What's up? We are going to talk more about the dreaded fasting again. We're going to have to do that. If you guys want this thing to work, you're going to have to do it. The prescription that you got in the 80s and 90s that said if you wanted to build muscle, you had to eat like every 3 hours or something. That is not, that may be true for a person who is a bodybuilder by design and is competing or is involved in some serious athletic endeavors. First, it's not practical to eat that often when you have a job, okay? And also, if you were eating that often, unless you had really gone into some serious meal prep, you might not be eating what you should be eating. But for our age group, doing that is really just gonna make you fat, okay? There's no reason for that. It's not conducive to anything. Just forget it, okay? You are not Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman, okay? You're not doing that, all right? So what we in our age and what I want you to do and what I do is the twice a day eating and the long fast. However you want to get that done, it should be a 12 or 13 hour time between your meals. Now, like I said, that those meals can be enormous. You can eat a lot of calories, but, big but, it can't be shit. You can't eat a bunch of calories that are, any kind of just all carbs and confectionaries or just processed food, just garbage. It's gonna have to be a large protein, okay, some greens if you can, carbs, yes, you still need carbs, but it can't be all carbs. So you shouldn't have a consistent and not to besmirch the Italian diet. You can't make it, okay, I'm having an enormous serving of pasta along with like one meatball as the protein and then like some salad. That meal is okay, for Saturday night, maybe, one night a week, but it needs to be the opposite. So with that particular meal, that ground beef should be the big portion, big. Like I said, I do usually a pound on the protein, meat, fish, poultry type thing. And then if you want to have the pasta as your carb in a smaller amount on the side, so it's a side, not the main, you can do that. And then you've got those two. Try to get some kind of vegetables in there. Like I said, does it have to be the freshest salad and most gorgeous thing in the produce aisle? Not that produce is, super expensive, but not like meat is. But does it? No. It could be mixed vegetables from a can. Is it as good as a fresh salad? Well, no. But it's going to fill the role. And again, I'm not telling you guys to spend a lot of money on food. So why are we doing this fasting? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I explained to you about the fasted cardio. You know, that is important to try to, if you're going to do your cardio, to do it fasted. Again, because, and I'll go back to this, you know, this doesn't just apply to the cardio. When your body has been operating all day and it's using glucose, you know, primarily as its energy that it's burning, you know, the fuel it's using to operate your body, your brain, everything it's got to do. When it runs out of that, it will turn to using fat to burn, which is what we want, right? We want subcutaneous fat gone, because we don't want to see that, right? So that works with the fasted cardio. Also works just from the natural state of fasting as itself, as that fast progresses through the day or through the night, however you're going to do it. Same thing, your body still has functions that it has to do, and it will utilize fat stores to burn as fuel to get those things done, instead of, you know, glucose that's normally there. We always want to, if we could, we'd always want to be in that state that your body is using fat for fuel. How do I get through the fast? That's going to be the hardest thing for all of you, is when you first start that. Again, try to really eat as much as you can. If you're going to do the, say, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., you got to really, you know, put in a serious amount of food. I'm not telling you to go in and eat a piece of toast and then not eat anything till 7 at night. No. You know, go in there, eat 6, 7, 8 eggs. Get them in there. Get that protein in there, you know, at early in the morning, and then you go to work, you go to do your day, and will you feel satiated all day? Not at first. When you first start doing this, you are going to feel awful. If you normally ate lunch, or like I talked about the lunch crowd, hey, where are we going for lunch? If you're that person and you're used to doing that at, you know, a noon whistle goes off and you start eating tuna fish casserole at noon, that's going to be tough for you to get through that. And then you'll start to be able to get through that time, and then it's going to be like, okay, 2 or 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's going to start feeling like you'll get that hunger pain, that ghrelin, something your body produces is telling you got to eat, but you don't. That is when it starts to burn that fat. So, things to stave that off: coffee, black coffee, or just coffee without any extra calories. Man, I hate to talk about energy drinks because they got a lot of processed stuff in there, got some weird chemicals. But if that's going to get you through the initial phases, you might want to consider that. Look at the ingredients, make sure it is a 0-calorie thing, because any calories that you put in ends the fast. There There's some people that say, yeah, it could be less than, say, 50 calories or less than 20. Prevailing thought is 0. So 0, otherwise you're breaking the fast. And I would tend to agree with that. So just, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get through. Okay. Then it's going to be where you're driving home from work and you're going to feel that, you're going to feel hungry and you're going to want to eat as soon as you walk in the house. But you just got to hold out for that few more hours and try to hold out for as long as you can. So if you say you do your first meal at 7 in the morning, and you could hold out till 8 or 9 at night, the longer you hold out, the better your results are going to be. So see if you can do that. See if you can get that done. Some people find it a lot easier to fast while they're sleeping. I don't subscribe to that, but you certainly can. You're welcome to do that where you eat dinner more at like a dinner time, like a 6 o'clock. A lot of people like to eat earlier, and then people like to wait till lunchtime the next day and get through that. So part of that time, part of their fast time, they're sleeping, and part of the time they got to tough it out in the morning. I feel my model is better. It's worked better for me. I've seen better results there. I think, and it's just my opinion, I think that your body is using your nutrients more efficiently when you provide them in the morning. Humans, when you awake from sleep and are starting to move around and you're getting ready to go do your tasks for the day, it would be natural to eat before that occurs. So that is where I am with that. But again, if it's easier for you to sleep through it, then do it that way. And a lot of people do it that way because they're like, all right, well, I'm out cold. I don't feel it. Other people, they'll wake up and be hungry. The hunger will keep them awake. And then, you got problems where you end up going to the kitchen in the middle of the night and, eating and messing the whole thing up. So we're trying to avoid. So, please subscribe. I need more subscribers. I need more likes. I need more comments. If you want to keep these coming, that's what I need. I can't promise that we can keep doing this content if we don't have some more audience participation. So please do that. Maintain the discipline. Go do it.